Start spreading the news, people. I'm leaving today, and I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. What am I talking about? Well, if you saw the new article on Better Dwelling, New York gears up to crack down on speculators with quiet addition to the budget. I almost called it budget. Warren Buffett. No, it's budget. New York City, one of the most expensive markets in the world, and it's taking its toll on the population. Rather than see the city fall into complete disrepair, like, I don't know, Vancouver, Canada? Can we add Toronto to that? And maybe parts of Alberta? Who knows? The New York State Assembly is moving swiftly to give the city the tools it needs to crack down on speculators. The Assembly is granting the city the power to leverage an additional tax on flippers. The flipper tax won't be the latest tool employed by the city, looking to send a message that real estate speculation is not welcome. Wow, looks like New York is taking things seriously, because I think they're seeing what's happening in Seattle and Portland, Oregon, right? In Seattle, Washington, right? New York City has attracted two destructive groups for any real estate market: predatory equity and flippers. Predatory equity, for those that don't know, is when investors buy rent-controlled apartment buildings only to systematically evict the tenants from their affordable housing, then slap a new coat of paint on the walls and jack up the rent. We talked about this on the channel many times. Hedge funds and private equity firms are the biggest culprits. Flippers, one of the primary drivers of the Great Recession, are people that buy and hold for a short period of time. Sometimes they completely gut a building and restore it to its former glory. If you guys want to watch property, a lot of property shows, buy that house or fix that house or flip that house, there's a ton of them. I think even MTV did one of them too. Sell this house. There's a lot of shows like that show you how to flip homes and stuff. Most of the time, they don't really do anything but hold and wait like it's a stock. This segment now represents 4.6% of sales in the city. I know. Reality TV makes it look like so much fun, but there's some consequence. Yes, even the ones you see on reality TV. Or Fix This Junk, or Fixer Upper, or whatever those shows are called. What happens when predatory equity, flippers, and a dash of foreign money all decide to meet up in New York City? Prices climb very quickly, eroding affordability at a rapid pace, while over 308,000 vacant homes sit empty. 308,000. That's over 250,000 sit empty. With the amount of homelessness, it's such an embarrassment. The number of families that have moved into the city shelters has jumped 27%. Both the city and the state have had enough. It's over. You know what I'm saying? And are rolling out aggressive measures to curb the rapid price growth. How rapid did prices have grow before sending the city into a state of crisis mode? Just over 5%. I think what they're doing is they're seeing what's happening in Washington State, how the average property there is going up anywhere from $8,000 to $20,000 a month. Watch my trends in the housing market from last night. I covered the story in great depth. Tracking predatory landlords. The first measure was rolled out by the city earlier this year with the passing of the predatory equity bill. The bill creates a watch list to track tenant-regulated properties bought by potential predatory investors. The list is updated when a building is bought for a lot more money than the rent would support. Then, thought being, if the building is unprofitable when bought. I mean, why would you buy it, right? The new landlord wants to raise the rent. In order to raise the rent, they would have to force existing tenants out, usually through the targeted harassment. There is no guarantee notifying tenants of predatory landlord, but at least it helps to prove intention. So, do you know in Oregon that new law they passed that actually makes a lot of sense, where they have to pay tenants that get like evicted or get kicked out in this kind of manner, they have to pay for their shipping or their moving costs. So if they were going to kick me out in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, and they were going to say, well, sorry, Mike, well, the new law states, well, you know what? I'm moving to Key West, Florida, and you're paying for part of the shipping. And that's, you know, that's something I would actually, I think, consider doing if I was in Portland and that happened to me. And they pay part of the Portland new law that was passed a week ago, where they allow, where the tenant needs, no, where the landlord needs to pay the tenant moving fees and for doing crap like this. So they say, oh, moving to Key West, you're paying a percentage of that now. You know what I'm saying? A flipping tax is coming to New York City. On Thursday, the State Assembly added provision to the 2018-2019 budgets, which gives New York City power to tax speculators, Part UU, and the new NYC real estate flipping tax. Proposes amending the city's tax code to allow for sales for real estate bought within 2 years of selling. The budget also proposes the money to be directed to New York Transit Authority, since, you know, the people being displaced will need better transit to get to work. That's nice. Details on how much the tax will be hasn't been revealed since the city would not implement it first. However, the change would be the first step in giving the city the tools it needs to tackle the flippers. Almost done, people. New York City rollout. New York City's rollout of tools curbs speculation. These are terms you rarely use in the same sentence. And it's tame in contrast to cities like Paris, but it's a start. Low interest rates, rapid expansion of credit supply have sent prices soaring across world-class cities. Fortunately, most world-class cities know that what makes them world-class isn't expensive real estate. It's the people can live, work, and do fantastic things in the city. So that's what's happening. And New York City's population is like California. California hasn't done anything to address their massive housing crisis problem, affordability, vacant homes. I think they're sitting on close to, I think it was 530,000 vacant units in the state of California. If I don't know, like, you know, but this is 300. Let me go back to the top of the article. This is scroll down here. 300. Where was it here? I got people messaging me at the same time. Sorry, 308,000 vacant homes. So they're not even like condos or anything. They're just like homes. 308,690 sit empty. So you multiply that by 3 people per home. That's almost 1 million displaced people, or 1 million people that are not living closer to work or closer to family. So that's 1 million people that can't get married because they can't find a place to live or lay roots or start a family. A lot of people holding back on everything. So let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of happy that New York State is actually doing something. It's the city itself. So this is not the state of New York. This is the city of New York and all its boroughs. So let me know what you guys think. Great article, Better Dwelling, as usual. Comment below. I'd like to know your comments on this one. This is a pretty good one. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.